Alright, everybody, this is game number 1 of the Club Wars Week 4, Ronin versus Dynasty. So, if anybody does not know, as always, we always go the same teams on the left, same teams on the right whenever we spectate the matches. So it's going to be Ronin on the left. It is going to be Ronin on the left, Dynasty on the right. And Rehoboam, people are saying this is Ricky's alt account. So Rehoboam is Ricky 10. If anybody doesn't know, what happened with him is his account got banned with a bunch of different like a bunch of other members. So he got hit with the ban wave, and they still are appealing everything with his account. So he is using an alt account right now. But other than that, first bans are going to be Raze on both sides. Definitely understandable. Raze is a really strong Tem, especially when you don't have Naga on your squad. The first pick's going to be Lawali, and he's going to decide his counter pick after that. Vinny's picking up Kinu, and he picks Mastion. There really is no big threat against it. There's no water Tem, so yeah, I think this is pretty decent. He can pick the monkey, but then, yeah. It's going to force a beta burst out of Kinu, which I think he might be alright with if he's running tanky monkey. He can use heat up turn 1 and just use wreck, but there is no pressure on a Kinu slot on turn 1, so Kinu is going to be able to beta burst for free and most likely be able to use a turn 2 move whenever he feels like, and Seismic Wreck after heat up should not kill Kinu regardless of the 2 moves that are used. I think it still lives wreck heat up with double hypoxia as well, so Ricky is gonna have to think about that. Valorant being banned, and thinking about the second ban onto Vinny's side, and it is gonna be that Surnif. Running the Kinu, Volfi, Surnif, running 3 nature, and one of them being Surnif, and having all 3 at the same time, it's pretty rough. You can pretty much stall out the game. You can get all the heals you want, all the special defensive buffs for Surnif as well to deal with Mix or Barnshee. So banning out that Surnif or even the Volfi, depending on if he needs the AoE damage, is really strong here. So Volfi coming in on the Ricky's side and another Volfi on the Vinny's side. Now he has to think about what he wants to deal with what Tems. He picks up Drakash mainly because of the Gyalis and the Mix. He has the other fire as well to get the Hellfire synergy. Now he's just going to have to kind of watch out for the Volfi whenever it comes into play because of Team Elusive. Team Elusive is a pretty big counter to Drakash. It makes it to where all of its AoE moves, right? Its 1 holds are AoE moves, so you can kind of safely bring in Volfi on turn 1 holds of Drakash. And then Giles Barnshee coming in for Ricky. Now he has to choose between Barnshee or Mix. If I personally had to choose, I would have to choose Barnshee here. Just because of all of the threats for allergic spread from Volfi, Gyalis, and the Seismic Wreck from the monkey. I think Barnshee has less threats, but Mix can kill the monkey a little bit easier since Beta Burst might not do the job. So if he wants another threat for monkey, I completely understand, but he does decide with the Barnshee. Game number 1 coming all in. Vinny bringing in the Kinu Mastion, and we have Rojo, aka Ricky 10, coming in with Monkey Lawali. So with the +1/+1 buff on a Mastion, he has no real threat here unless he uses Seismic Wreck on turn 2, right? So, and since there's no bust from Kinu to be able to make Seismic even tankier, it's going to be a little rough. It would be nice if it would be nice if it was HP special defense and he had double screen on. That would be pretty strong for the Seismic, being able to tank the Kinu beta burst, since normally Kinus do not run special attack. But with no Kinu buffs, it's gonna make it a little bit rough. But Giles comes through, which means most likely the heat up comes through, and the beta burst coming in onto the Seismic. 63% with the double screen. This is looking like HP with some attack due to how much damage was dealt. Ember's coming through, bringing it down to under 50%. 42%. It is going to live a beta burst, but with the heat up and the +1, the Wreck should be able to kill the Mastion. Now, if he brings in the Wolfie, though, which is most likely going to happen, Ricky can definitely do a switch on his own, right? What he can do is he can Crystal Bite Kinu slot or Hook Kick Mastion slot because the Drakash Wolfie coming in. So he can, but Barnshee can come in as well since both of these are really, really good tanks. So, I personally think it's a weird 50-50. He can go Crystal Bite into Kinu, or he can Hook Kick Mastion and use Seismunch Wreck. If he thinks Barnshee's coming in, he can do Hook Kick for Wolfie and Drakash, but then Barnshee doesn't get treated through with the Seismunch Wreck either. So, I personally think Barnshee, Wolfie. I think that covers everything. Oh, Ricky, did you do it? Is this a Wolfie death? He can definitely cover both if he hook kicks here. Crystal Bite Kinu. Alright, nice. So that works just as well. That is a fast Gaialis, by the way. And yeah, that's a Kinu going down. Less threat onto the Seismunch. So later on, he can just throw it on his bench, and he can bring it back in whenever the Mastion or the Drakash are in, and then he can use another Seismunch Wreck, since with the +1 defense, Mastion's not going to be able to kill it. And Drakash will typically only have Mud Shower, or maybe with Fire Tornado, it's going to do a lot of damage. So yeah, he can kind of just throw it on the bench, use all of his other Tems until the finale, and then try to find a free swap in for the Seismunch later on in the game. So really good good play getting that Kinu out of the game. Getting Kinu out of the game throws away some of the tempo. He can now he can't Hypnosis anymore. He can't get more Kinu buffs. He can't get Revitalizes off if that's what he decides to do with the Wolfie in play. So really, really strong play. Trying to think of how he's going to be able to deal with this. If he brings in Barnshee, he knows that he's swapping out the monkey, so I don't think Barnshee is the play. But at the same time, only Sharp Stabs is here. So if he brings that in and he wants to tank the Sharp Stab, that means he can use Beta Burst on the Seismunch slot with a Dust Vortex on the Gaialis. Drakash with Mud Shower, maybe? But he does bring in the Mastion. Mastion coming into play. This is going to be able to cover Lawali, mainly because he has Meteor Swarm this turn. So Meteor Swarm's coming in this turn. So Wolfie is most likely coming in with the Seismunch or the Gaialis. I'm trying to think. Alright, so Seismunch gets swipped out into Barnshee and possibly Wolfie? Okay, no, so he brings... he keeps the Gaialis in, and he does the hook kick towards the Wolfie slot, bringing it down to 4% with the War Drum. Meteor Swarm coming on in. He agreed that he's just going to tank that damage. And after Meteor Storm, he does have Flaming Meteorite. So with that happening, now he can Sharp Stabs the Wolfie if he wants. He has Wolfie for Drakash. He doesn't know. Okay. How does he kill the Banshee? Killing the Banshee is going to be a task. I think he wants Gaialis for the Seisma Trek later on. Alright, let's see how this... I think he's gonna Sharp Stab and sacrifice, though. Yeah, he's gonna Sharp Stab the Drakash, and he's gonna sacrifice. This... Ooh, Bamboozle coming on through. And Embers goes on to Banshee, so really good play there for him. Yeah, this is Ricky's ult. So really good read on the Embers and making sure the Guile stays alive. Monkey comes in, but remember it does not have Seisma Trek. So he can uppercut the left slot. If he switches in Banshee, that means Gaialis lives, which means Rek comes through. Pretty sure Seismunch lives this turn, even with Mud Shower and Embers. Embers brought it down from 63 to 49, right? So 63 to 49. I think Mud Shower kills here, actually. So that means he's gonna have to hook kick or uppercut, and it depends on which one's faster, Mud Shower or Sandstorm. I guess he's gonna Sandstorm, actually. He's gonna Sandstorm, Meteor Swarm, I think. Or Hellfire Meteor. I think Hellfire Meteor is the play. If that's the case, he brings in Wolfie. Yo, switch in Wolfie. Oh, that's so sick. This has to be a bait for Hellfire Meteor Swarm. He's already gonna be slower anyways. Or Hellfire Meteor right onto Seismuch slot. That's the actual play. It's Meteor Swarm here. And I think Wolfie can eat that. So he hooked. Alright, so there's the Hellfire. He kept in the Seismunch, and I think it's gonna die here. It's gonna be really close. Hook kick coming through, killing the Drakash. Makes sense. Uppercut on the Mastion. Giles overexerting. Another heat up. I'm always confused on why a lot of players do this. Oh, it's gonna live! Only for one more turn. Burn on Rek? Yeah, but it has an extra ×2 damage. See, Gaialis overexerted, and Wolfie's still alive, which means Banshee is gonna tank this Rek. +4 doesn't help him here. Mastion was gonna take full damage anyways. You might as well uppercut. And now Mastion's gonna kill Lawali. He's gonna switch, so you just Dimmock the Wolfie. Dimmock the Wolfie so Gaialis lives. Well, Gaialis doesn't live though. Actually no, he switches out Gaialis into Wolfie, and he Dimmocks the Wolfie. I mean, I guess Rek, but you kinda want Wolfie. What? Bro, Ricky threw? And then he threw it back. Did he not realize he had Team Elusive? Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. Did you not realize he had Team Elusive? Yo, that is a slow Volphy, and if he knows this is slow Volphy and he has a fast Volphy, his Volphy kills here. Ricky threw by heating up again because now Mastion. Oh no. Stop throwing back and forth. Maybe he didn't know Giles overexerted. Maybe, but Sharp Stab would have killed. He has Sharp Stab buff, so even if he tries to bush, he dies. You might as well try to Plague. Oh man, I don't even know. He knows Giles is gonna be faster. Oh no. Yeah, Ricky, I think, wins this. Plague kills, yeah. Oh my gosh. And now he can Dust Vortex, dude. And now he can Dust Vortex. Oh no. Yo, first game, dude. First game is... Oh man. So the reason why Heat Up wasn't that good there was because he had no full answer to Mastion, right? There's, like, sure you have Volphy, but there's a lot of answers to Volphy. Dust Vortex coming in, 2% HP, Ember's going off into Giles, and Volphy is just going to Plague and win. Yeah. Luali full health. See, I think Ricky still had a chance in the game before that mistake, but... Alright, game number 1 going to Ronin. Jeez, taking down Vinny. Alright, alright. So, yeah. Game number 2 coming in. Ricky versus Sook, Ronin on the left, and a Dynasty on the right. Sook's stapled Oshiara Luma is a perfect 7 SV coming into play. First ban going on to Kinu. It makes sense, I would say. So Sook is running a good old Calibus, running the good old Whiplump, and he has 2-Vine Oshiara. So Oshiara Whiplump is pretty good for freeze. They have Ice Shuriken and Cold Breeze, which is pretty nice. You can use some pretty cool freezing shenanigans by using Whiplump to Cold Breeze with Plethoric and Oshiara to Ice Shuriken on turn 1. They usually outspeed because of Oshiara's base speed is super high. So Volan being the first pickup. This makes a lot of sense. It deals with the Whiplump pretty well. Deals with Oshiara, deals with Calibus, and with Doppelganger, it can deal with Volan, but normally when you are running Doppelganger Volan on the orange side, it will win the 1 vs 1 trade. But he is going to go with the Whiplump Oshiara. Like I was saying, this is a freeze situation. You can definitely freeze the Thames on turn 1 without them being able to attack. So if he has the high speed Oshiara with Plethoric Whiplump, he can freeze the Volan before it can get any speed going. And then he can he's going to be out for 3 total turns. Turn 1, 2, and 3, it's not going to be able to do anything. So Raze is being banned. If Raze could have came in for Ricky here, it drops the speed to where Volan can now get an attack off. Alright, so it is going to be a 2-Vine ban, making sure that Volan has less answers towards it, and Luali being picked up. So Luali does well against Oshiara, it does well against Whiplump, and it does well against, it is okay against Calibus, it's roughly 50-50, but it also is a wind tank, so tornadoes and any type of water damage is not going to do, it's not going to do a lot, it's going to do half the damage, so pretty strong. It also with high special defense, if it is not running Strange Vest, it's going to tank it even harder. So Luali is going to be kind of a problem for Sook here. he's gonna have to use Valorant and Calibus. So I would say he might need Valorant here. Alright, and Valorant is coming into play. Game number 2, Ronin versus Dynasty. Whiplump Oshiara for Sook. We have not seen this in a long time, by the way. This was like a meme thing people were doing in Tukma meta, or Tukma patch, and Ricky running Valorant mix. So, let's see how things go here. I believe he's going to be freezing the Valorant, so it can't get any more speed. If it is higher speed with the Plethoric and the Oshiara having speed, this is looking really good for Sook. Valorant can't get its speed up to be able to Hyperconnect Strike or be able to sweep for the late game. It also won't be able to get the speed for Toxic Plume to drop the attack on Gaialis, Valorant, and Calibus. And it won't be able to start Noxious Bombing for the ×2 on Oshiara and Whiplump. So this is a pretty good turn for Sook, I'd say. If it is TV'd correctly for the Ice Shuriken Cold Breeze from Whiplump. Crystal Spike coming on through onto the Oshiara. If this is Plethoric Whiplump, I think... Ooh. So it is not TV'd correctly. It does live with 7% though. Not a Plethoric Whiplump either. See, he does have the combo, but if he had it TV'd correctly with speed, this would have been insane value. Insane value. So it still has Aquatic Whirlwind. He can Aquatic Whirlwind with a Tsunami, and it should be able to kill the mix. But Oshiara goes down. I actually think, guys, this Whiplump Oshiara start could be extremely annoying against Valorant starts. And it still does extremely well against triple fire or even double fire meta with Raze and Mastion, Raze Drakash, all of that. So, I mean, you guys want to try something new. Sook's already on the... Sook's been doing it for a while. You could try TV training it in a freezing manner. Sweatband Valorant, Sweatband Oshiara, and I wonder if he's going to switch out the Oshiara or if he's just going to Aquatic Whirlwind the mix here to try to get the kill. Because if he Aquatic Whirlwinds mix and he Tsunamis or even Cold Breezes, actually no, Tsunami should be able to get the kill on a mix if he does both. Fastest Tem in the game are Oshiara, Yukama, and Gaialis. Those are the three. They're tied at 100. So if you just add a little bit of speed onto the Oshiara Whiplump, making sure Whiplump has Plethoric, you can actually freeze a full speed Valorant before it attacks. You just have to have the right speed. To outspeed max speed Valorant. Valorant doesn't have too high of speed. It's pretty average when it comes to speed, so you can definitely find a way around it. It's too many TVs for Whiplump to outspeed without Plethoric. Alright, so Whiplump is... Or sorry, Oshiara is being switched out for the Gaialis. Tornado coming on through into Mix's slot. Huh. I wonder if Aquatic Tornado with it would have killed Mix. I'm super interested to know if Tornado Aquatic Whirlwind would have killed Mix there. Because Oshiara has the highest special attack in the game. So it would have been really close, right? Tornado's 130. Aquatic Whirlwind's 130. I think Aquatic Whirlwind would have killed. I think Aquatic Whirlwind brings it down to like 45%. It would have brought it down to roughly 45. So... I mean, I think that's a missed opportunity there from Sook. I think it is a missed opportunity from Sook there to get that kill. Bringing in the guy Alice, and now Whiplump being switched out into Volorin. Making sure that it can tank the Lawali, and Volorin being swapped in as well. Stop, guys. Ooh, that is a lot of damage on the Volorin. Alright, so Hyperkinetic is available for both Volorins, but the speed tie is in Ricky's favor. So, yeah. We don't know the item on the Lawali, but we also got the turbo from Lawali to go onto Volorin, so... Monka, Guys, I need an Oshiara. I want to play the Whiplump Oshiara freeze comp in the start, and then I also want to run this with another fast Tem in the early game. Maybe Psypat and run all three. I think it'd be kind of cool, guys. It'd be kind of good. I have a Myth Oshiara for sale? Oh no. Don't Psypat's trash, I agree. He's not complete trash, but he's like, I think below average-ish. Psypat is better than Oshiara. Yeah, but the speed value, you have to put too many TVs into speed. And also I think you need both, because they can ban one and then it doesn't work. Also, the aquatic. Think about this too, right? Nicho might have killed, right? But it would have put it into Puppet Master, which means Aquatic Whirlwind would have killed instead of put it into Puppet Master. What would it kill? I don't think it would have killed. So Hyperkinetic going on to Oshiara's slot, 7% going down to absolutely nothing at all, and Oshiara going down. That is a really good tank for the Hyperkinetic, because now Hyper onto Volorin here is going to kill. Really, really strong play in my opinion. Taking out the Oshiara, or switching out the Oshiara for Sook's side. Sook definitely benefited from that. Resin Trap coming on through onto Volorin's slot, and here we are. I'd say that was a really good turn for Sook. If we look at this here, Volorin is still in play. It can also, it has +1 speed. It needs an extra +1 to be able to outspeed Lawali, I believe. It might be faster actually, just because it's full speed Volorin. Since it is full speed Volorin, this is a toxic. I don't know. Toxic Plume is pretty bad here, actually. You don't need the minus attack on either of these two. Bite is definitely up on Gaialis, which means Sook also got the better trade here. There's no way a double in from Lawali and Barnshe kills Gaialis here, so Crystal Bite or even Sharp Stab Noxious Bomb should kill Barnshe here. Sharp Stab, normally people run a lot of special attack and speed onto Barnshe, so ooh, so he's going into the Lawali slot instead of the Barnshe. Going down to 66, Sharp Stab coming through. Yeah, I think Noxious Bomb could have done 25%, making sure that Barnshe doesn't actually attack. But this is going to do a lot, guys. 31 with a Wind Burst, that's a kill, right? That's definitely a kill. So Volorin going down. Rip a Volorin for sure. And Gaialis is still in play. So he needs something to come in that is faster than the Barnshe. But Barnshe has Tornado up, so he has to bring in Whiplump. But then Resin Trap goes onto Whiplump and kills it. So a really rough turn upcoming here. I think with Noxious Bomb and Sharp Stab, it would have definitely killed Barnshe, so I think that's another missed opportunity from Sook. So Whiplamp does come on in. The problem here is Lawali will overexert if it resin traps, right? So if Lawali overexerts... So Crystal Bite went onto Volorin, and then it swapped out, so it didn't have Crystal Bite available. It only had Sharp Stab, which makes sense on not Crystal Biting. And because he didn't have it. And yeah, this turn is kind of tricky though. If Lawali overexerts with Resin Trap, I think Whiplamp still lives, and he has to Beta Burst to kill, and that's still a chance that it's gonna kill with Beta Burst, right? So, I don't think you want to kill Lawali if you're in Sook's shoes, because you want it to overexert, so that you get a free turn if Whiplamp dies and Calibus comes in. Alright, so he does Tenderness the Gaialis, and Whiplamp is free to dish out damage. Tornado coming on through, bringing that down to 32%. Crystal Bite onto the Whiplamp. Really, really good. And Sharp Rain comes on to Barchi. Yep. Tornado is now active, okay? Tornado is active, so whatever comes in here, he can Tornado. Alright, so Giles comes on in. Tornado is up and running for the Whiplamp. And Giles can also Sharp Stab. It's not going to get the kill unless it's Doppelganger. And there is a chance. I don't think Sharp Stab kills with Tornado. It's going to be really close. It depends on the HP of Giles, I think. He's running like a 200, 250 Giles speed. Sharp Stab can kill. It's really close. Actually, it's -1 attack. It's not going to kill. I'm a liar. He has to Crystal Bite and be faster speed. Sook does. So Tornado comes through. 52, he has to Crystal Bite. Or Hook Kick. Oh, man, that's a Doppelganger, yep. Double Gash going through onto Gialis. That's another Doppelganger. Oh, that's a War Drum. What? War Drum did that much? So he still has Sharp Stab. Guys, this... Uh-oh. Guys. Tsunami, Sharp Stab mix. Double kill. Lawali versus Calibus and Whiplamp. GG. I think that's Sook's win. All he has to do is click those buttons. Actually, no. Giles on Ricky's side has Sharp Stab. So his goes before Giles. Oh! He didn't click it. Oh, he did. Is it speed tie? I didn't see speed tie. Ricky wasn't faster? Oops, I thought... Oh no. Double Gas was slower. My bad, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Oops. That's a big turn. Lawali comes in. He can Resin Trap now, but Tornado and Toxic Ink should get the kill. So even with 2 missed opportunities for Sook, still coming in with the win here. I think the Hyperkinetic on the Oshiara was really, really strong. Strange Vest, so less special defense, so this is going to do even more than it should. 12%. Alright, so GG. Dynasty taking it back, making the series tied at 1-1. Alright, everybody. GG. Series tied up 1-1, and we have another good game coming in. We got Higgery versus Funky How, or Funky How versus Higgery, however you want to see it. And yeah, Funky How on Ronin, Higgery on to Dynasty side. Now, in this matchup, we have a triple fire with no Naga, but we have Grumper, we have Skunch, we got Monkey, and Gael. So triple fire with triple melee with the Grumper and Wolfie. So a very different squad being shown here. And the first man's going to be Grumper. Funky has been running the same squad since the start, literally the start of this patch. He's been running like almost this exact squad. He's been switching out 1 or 2 Tems, but he's been running Grumper, he's been running Naga, he's been running Valash with Kinu, and he's been running Volorin, right? He loves these Tems right here. He's also been running Yukama almost the whole time too. The difference is literally between the 2 fire Tems he runs. But he's been using these 2 as flex picks. So he does pick up the Volcrane and Mastion. First pick is going to be Volorin here. And first pick for Higgery is going to be Wolfie and... let's see. Having double water is pretty rough against Higgery here. It literally kills like 4 of his Tems. 5 including Grumper. But Higgery had to ban Naga because Grumper was banned. So it's gonna be Wolfie Mastia, or sorry, Wolfie Gaealis. And see, I think Funky is going to pick something along the lines of Volcrane, and then he's gonna ban Raze. Or even Yukama, actually. I think he picks Yukama, switches it out, and bans Raze. Because he knows Yukama's getting banned here. Which is actually good, now that I think about it. Okay, so Funky runs this really, really strong Valash build, right? He runs it with Kinu. Yeah, I think he doesn't care if Yukama gets banned. I know this sounds really dumb. This sounds super dumb, okay? But think about this. If Yukama gets banned, he bans out Monkey. Okay. He runs this build with Valash and Kinu, where what he does is he gets a +1 buff, a +1 buff onto Valash. On the next turn, he sacrifices and madness buffs onto his Valash, so it's +3/+5. And then after that, he has Rend. He has Rend on his squad. So because he has Rend, he's gonna have the +5 special defense to deal with Drakash and Raze, right? And then he uses Rend onto whatever target he needs, like Drakash, and then he Crystal Spikes with +2 special attack to be able to kill in one shot. That's literally how he runs this build. And he doesn't pick Valash. Thanks for... yeah, he just made me look dumb. Alright. Alright, he just made me look so stupid. Alright, Higgery starting off with Giles, Wolfie, and Funky coming in with the Volar and Mastion. Alright, let me try to think about this for a second. Volcrane is going to do alright against the Drakash. They kind of cancel each other out in a way. Skunch is going to do alright here as well. Kinu is kind of the only answer towards it with Beta Burst. Raze is going to drop speed to make sure Skunch is going to do well. Also, Raze has Roar, so it's going to do well against Volcrane and Mastion along with Volorin. Raze Drakash for the double fire is going to do well. Grumper is kind of going to smurf here. Wolfie dies, Grumper wins. No, Skunch can still take care of it. If I had to give an edge to any team, I think it's probably Funky 55-45. It depends on how Higgery protects the Wolfie, which he can do it pretty well due to having another Earth Tem getting the special defense up for the Hyperkinetic Strike, since he has no answer to Hyper. I think he's going to get a +2 Hyper off or a +1 Hyper off for sure. Alright, so Gauss being switched out into Raze, getting the -1 speed onto Valoran and Mastion. Mastion, it doesn't really matter about getting the -1. I think he's trying to get his holds up onto Raze here. Plague onto Mastion, that's really interesting. He's doing this to make sure that he can get the Dust Vortex on the Mastion. But I think he doesn't want his Wolfie to die. If he Dust Vortexes here, his Wolfie dies, right? Also, that Feather Gatling only did 20%, which means this isn't attack. This is like an HP speed variant of Valoran. He doesn't want Wolfie to tank damage here. This is not good. Hyperkinetic does not kill Wolfie. Raze is never going to be faster than an aerobic Valoran though. That's the problem. So, but Hyper doesn't kill anyways. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a trade though. I think Wolfie lives with like 3% HP due to a Hyper. Mastion was literally just to try to get as much damage as possible onto Wolfie. And also with Wolfie attacking Mastion, this makes it so Valoran can just stack up for free. Yeah, I think it lives with like 5%-ish. Yeah. So, Dust Vortex comes through onto the Mastion, killing the Mastion. So that was kind of the goal for him, and it makes sense. Embers comes on through. 100 down to, yeah, that's got to be HP speed if I had to choose, right? So Wolfie's in a very bad spot here. There's no special attack. Oh, actually Fire Tornado's active, right? Fire Tornado and Roar is active this turn, so Volcrane's gonna come through and it's most likely gonna be Stoneballing. I think he's okay with tanking. So this should be a Noxious Bomb on a Wolfie slot. He doesn't want to die to Fire Tornado. Since he's full HP, Fire Tornado should not kill if he, unless he's -3. So he's going to live with a little bit of HP to Fire Tornado, but he has a Noxious Bomb. So now it depends on his stamina if Noxious Bomb is going to overexert him or not. I think -3 kills Valoran, but -2 it lives with like 15%-ish. It's going to be really close, but I think Stoneball is definitely the play here. Now the question is, you need Wolfie, so you can't just let it stay in, right? You can't let Noxious Bomb kill here, so... yeah, he needs Wolfie. He needs to drop everybody's speed and let Wolfie kill something later on. Oh, he Feather Gatlinged. Oh no. Oh, it's because he didn't have enough stamina. He would have overexerted. But Fire Tornado kills now. Oh, it's still... what? Yo, that's nuts. That is nuts. Wow. I thought it was gonna... what? That's literally full HP Valorant. -3. I thought it was gonna kill. Dang. I know a lot of raises don't run special attack, but this Valorant spread is, with all of this HP that it has, it took that really well. Really well. So now he has another hyperkinetic available. He literally throws the Valorant on the bench, brings it in on a death swap, and he hyperkinetics whatever he has to kill, and it's a free kill. That's all he has to do. He should be swapping out Valorant into whatever he wants, which most likely will be Kinu here. And yeah, he's stoneballed. It was brought in on death, which means it's only on one hold right now, so it doesn't have Flaming Meteorite. Embers does not kill Skunch, but I think Stoneball does. I didn't see how much Feather Gatling did. But he has Roar on Raise, so he can't Stoneball. It's going to drop the attack. But he definitely switches out the Valorant, and yeah, this turn is going to be a little... We're going to have to see what happens here. Okay, yeah, Volcrane is switched out. Kinu gets brought in, getting the Grumper buffed up, making sure that, yeah, it pretty much just wins the game. Heido comes on through, onto the Kinu! Really strong, really strong. That's really good. Roar comes through, really strong. King's Roar, sorry, comes through, and that's pretty decent for Funky How. This is really strong for Funky How. He got no minus attacks on his Volcrane, so that means it's still going to be able to Stoneball any of these targets. But with the -1 speed onto both of these Tems, it's a little rough. If Kinu... So he has Sacrifice, I know that for sure. And I don't know if he has Turbo or if he has Stonewall. If he has Stonewall, now is the time to use it. He can Stonewall whatever he thinks he needs. But switching out Kinu might be a better play. Just because you want special defense on your Tems, you don't want defense. Well, actually, no, you want defense on this Grumper, so... Oh... Does Wolfie die here, or does he attack the Skunch? Oh! Wolfie dies here! Wolfie dies here! Wolfie dies here! Wolfie dies here! I think that's game, guys. If Wolfie dies... Ugh. I don't know. I don't know how Higri comes back. How does he kill... How does he kill Grumper? All we have is Double Gash and Mud Shower, which is both ×2 onto Grumper. So all he has is Mud Shower, Double Gash, and I'm pretty sure he tanks this. With +1. This is a Revitalize on a Grumper, right? You don't want to bring in Valorant until something dies, because that's a free hyperkinetic. I love how Grumper just itches his butt. He's just like... It's so funny. Oh! This actually kills, dude. I think this kills. Oh my god! Iron coating on it, too. Mud Shower is really strong there, wow. So this is Flaming Meteorite or Ninja. Double Gash is still active. You switch Kinu in for Grumper. Make sure Volcrane can tank it all. Because this is what? This is Sandstorm. This is Sandstorm Hook Kick onto Volcrane. This is 110% Sandstorm Hook Kick. So, if he's going to Sandstorm Hook Kick, making sure that it kills Grumper, he can definitely switch in Kinu, get a buff onto Volcrane, and Kinu is going to be able to tank this as well. So, yeah, with high defense, Sandstorm, yeah, this is going to be... I don't know what attack he's going to do with the Volcrane, though. I don't know what he's going to do here. Is it going to be Embers, or is it going to be Stone Ball, probably? Ooh. Alright, Stone Ball onto the cache. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. That's with War Drum. I think War Drum is typically better than Iron Coating or Fire Chip, unless another Tem is using it. It's like, for instance, right? If you have no other Fire Tems or other Tems to run War Drum with Mastion, it's better to just run War Drum on Mastion. You lose 2% attack, but if you have something else running War Drum and then you have Fire Chip, now it's 18% instead of, 8%, so that's just better. So Ninja... Ninja doesn't go off first, and the reason why is because -1 speed. Kinu is -2, so Crystal Bite, Sharp Stab should be really strong here. Double Gash on a Grumper. Makes sense. Embers on a Kinu. Hypnosis onto Raise. Okay. So it does not have Energy Drink. I don't know if we saw the item onto Raise yet. We're going to check here in a second. And this is going to be a free Hyper on Death. So he saved the Hyper on Death. We don't know Raise's item. It's probably some sort of tanky item, if I had to guess. Maybe Fire Chip? No, Fire Chip's on Mastion, so... With Hypno onto Raise, he can now Hyperkinetic this guy Alice. And it should die with +2. If Raise had Snare... Oh, it did get snared, actually. We don't know. It got snared from Kinu. So yeah, this is a Hyperkinetic on the Gals. It should die. It should die. It's really close. I don't know. Never underestimate the +3 speed. Or +2 speed. But the way Hyper goes, it gives you the speed before the attack. Never underestimate Hyper, guys. Oh! No way! It lives! It fucking lives! Oh! I don't know why he didn't Beta Burst. Voloran dies, but Beta Burst would have killed. And then it's Volcrane Stoneballing, and I don't think Volcrane can die to a Fire Tornado. Rep. GG. Higuri takes it. Higuri takes game number 3 and makes the score 1-2. GG's. GGG. Alright, we have game number 4 coming on in. So, God of Despair is Beast Wars on Ronin. So, God of Despair / Beast Wars versus Sook here. First ban going into Whiplump. Mainly due to that freeze situation with OCR and Whiplump. It's going to make it really, really rough. And let's see the next ban. So Sook is going to... This looks like a rough game. Banning out the Grumper. So first pick coming in for Keanu, so that the next pick is the counter pick. He can choose whether it's Size Munch, he can choose Capire, he can choose Gaialis, Volfi. He can literally choose any of these Tems if he doesn't have an answer. So most likely Barnchi or Keanu has to be picked first for Sook, because it has to deal with the Scunch first play. And for the Size Munch. I think this is Barnchi Keanu. Alright, it's Volar and Keanu. So this should be pretty free for a Monkey. Or... Capire? This is Monkey or Capire, I think, guys. Goes into the Volarand. Alright, so he's making it a mirror matchup. Normally with counter picks, you don't want the mirror matchup. If you force a mirror matchup, it makes it pretty rough for the player on blue side. The reason why is because you're taking away your counter pick to use a mirror matchup. And orange side, with Volarand versus Volarand matchups, it's going to attack second or first on the turn 2 in order to get a kill, right? If they have Doppelganger leads. So, something to think about when you're seeing these two compositions. And we do remember that Sook had War Drum on the Gaialis. So, we do know that Sook does not have Doppelganger on Gaialis, so Volarand could have it. I don't remember if we were shown the Volarand item or not. Alright, so Volfi is being banned here. And Gaialis being banned. Alright. So Gaialis being first picked. And let's see what Sook wants to do with the rest of his team. OCR is a pretty rough pickup here, but he might need it in order to deal with the Capire and the Size Munch. When you pick Gaialis, usually you like picking the Size Munch as well, so we're going to see what happens here. With the 2-Vine, it's looking like an even better pickup for Monkey or for the Capire, so that's good for him. It does well against the Keanu, it does well against the 2-Vine, and it does okay against Barnchi. And the Calibus coming through. So with the counter pick, he's going to choose whether it's going to be OCR or Barnchi. And this is definitely going to be a Barnchi pickup. It has Beta Burst for the Size Munch and the Scunch. So game number 4 coming on in. It is going to be Sook with Volar and Keanu versus Beast Wars with Volar and Keanu. So let's see how this works out. Double Keanu buff. Enemies staring each other in the eyes. This literally looks like a mirror. This white line's a mirror and they're just staring at each other. I honestly don't know how they're going to play playing turn 1, because when it's mirror matchups like this, it's usually a guessing game for the first 3 turns. It's usually a guessing game for the first 3 turns. So it's hard to really say exactly what's going to happen. I don't think a lot of plays are wrong. It's usually based on one of 3 situations. Like, depending on the Keanu speed, if Volarand's tie here, they can Beta Burst, make sure the Volarand takes double damage. They can bring the 2-Vine to drop the attacks. He can also use the Crystal Plume if Kinu stays in. So yeah, Guile's coming through and Tuvine coming through. Feather Gatling onto the Guile slot. Alright. So this is Doppelganger Volarin, I'm assuming? Alright, so Doppelganger Volarin, which means blue should win out on this trade. Also, something to think about, right? Sook went first, and this Volarin did not speed tie. So that's something to think about. This one is going to go first, whether it's going to Toxic Plume or not. Hook Kick can go on a Tuvine. Both aerobic. So he can Sharp Stabs Volarin if he wants to. He can just attack Volarin if he needs to, and get the kill here onto Volarin if he stays into Hyperkinetic the Gaialis. So Hyperkinetic, Crystal Bite. Wait, what would deal the best? Crystal Bite goes to Kinu, Barnchi, and does okay against Calibus. So yeah, this is definitely a Crystal Bite Volarin. Feather Gatling Volarin. He doesn't need 38%. Yeah, 38, that's 76. So he definitely does 24% with Crystal Bite here. Speed tie would switch if they had the same speed. So this is speed, but full attack Volarin with HP. More HP than normal. So this is definitely... He doesn't want to waste Hyper here. This is definitely a Crystal Bite, Feather Gatling. No matter what, Kinu dies, Barnchi dies, Calibus dies. And Volarin. Yeah, Volarin, Kinu, Barnchi, Calibus die. So no matter what, he has to choose which time he wants to die. Does he want Kinu to die with a +1 buff on a Tuvine? Does he want Calibus to die? Because it doesn't really do well against all of these Tems. Does he want Barnchi to die, but then it doesn't do well against Skunch or Sizemunch? This is looking pretty rough. But yeah, I would definitely say Crystal Bite, Volarin, into a Feather Gatling here is like the best play. He doesn't have to waste Hyper. If he brings in Kinu, does it live? I don't think it does. It would bring it to 38% to roughly, what, 30%? 26%? Oh, he switches it out, so he is going to think the Hyper is going to kill. Getting another Kinu buff. Hyperkinetic coming through onto his Volarin. Oh, into the Kinu slot. Bringing it down to 54%. Minus special defense. And he does Feather Gatling. Huh. Rock Shield Kinu almost living, but the War Drum doing just enough. Alright, so Kinu going down. I guess that is a better play for Sook there. Maybe he thought Volarin was gonna switch out, so he... I don't know. Feather Gatling does kill here. But at the same time, it's gonna go last. Hyperkinetic is down. So, if you want, he can Feather Gatling. Yeah, he has to Hyper now, though. He has to Hyper to make sure Volarin can't attack, and then he can Hook Kick the Tuvine. I think regardless of what happened, Beast Wars is in a good spot. It's just losing the Kinu is kind of rough, because he could have got a Stonewaller and a Revitalize later on. Yo, Lorax, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Hyperkinetic Crystal bite, right? Is that what it is? No, it's just gonna be a Feather Gatling. That doesn't kill Voloran now due to -1 attack. Oh, hyperkinetic. So it's literally no speed. Wow. That's like a no speed Voloran then. Crystal Bite onto the 2-Vine. Only 25 with War Drum. Crystal Plume coming in. 28 down to 22. That is a lot of damage. Alright, so looking like almost no speed on the Voloran then. No Crystal Bite up. Barnshe has Beta Burst, and that is it. So Sharp Stab. Sharp Stab Feather Gatling onto the Barnshe kills, or Noxious Bomb kills, right? It should. Sharp Stab. Oh, no, it doesn't because of minus attack. I think he lets Giles die here. He overexerts if he tries to kill it, though. Oh, this is rough. So if he yeah. I like it too, Marine. I think Sharp Stab Barnshe, and then if he switches in Scunch, Giles dies this turn, and then Voloran comes back in to be able to have enough stamina to be able to kill the Barnshe on the next turn. I like that play too. But he is going to overexert the Voloran to try to get the kill on Barnshe. I don't think it kills. This isn't going to kill. This isn't going to kill. Ooh. Trap the Voloran. That's really strong from Sook. That is really, really strong. So, because he has handcuffs on his Barnshe, energy manipulation was definitely the better play onto the Voloran because it either overexerts, right? Or Scunch comes in and it dies. This is rough. This is looking really, really, really bad. Getting this Barnshe up is looking really bad. Gonna do like 80%. 40? Okay. His monkey's still not faster, and he can't switch out the Voloran. And he doesn't have Dimmock up? Oh, this is looking really rough. So, Sook is looking like he's in a really, really good spot. Kinu kind of has full reign to do whatever the hell it wants. And there's nothing, nothing Beast War can do about it. Voloran is still alive, but it's going to die to Barnshe and Kinu. And to be completely honest, they can just double Voloran slot here. They don't even have to care about the monkey. It doesn't do anything. They double Voloran slot for a kill, because if it attacks, it's going to be -2, and Beta Burst, or even Tornado. Tornado and Beta Burst from Kinu kills 100% here. If he hypers, he overexerts. If he Noxious Bombs, it doesn't kill. I think this is game for Sook. Barnshi can't die. I guess if they double in Volorin, I guess Skunch comes in. That's an overexert. Dang. It's a big overexert for not a kill. Yeah, that's rough. I guess hope to kill Volorin here. That doesn't kill. Actually, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And then, yeah, this is GG. Just click beta burst and win. Yeah, definitely a GG. See, Kinu would have went first with the beta burst, so Seismuch would have lived it. But yeah, GG. Sook's taking game number 4. Alright, game number 5 coming on in. Resurrect versus Sook. So we have Sook doing a, clean sweep right now on Ronin. Looking pretty good for Sook's team here. So Resurrect is running Nidrasil, running Naga, Grumper, Cernif, some Tortonite. So yeah, looking pretty good for I like the spicy stuff Resurrect's running. Against Sook's team, I actually believe Tortonite is pretty strong. He does ban out the Volorin. And with Grumper being banned, Naga Grumper cannot clean sweep literally his whole team. Killing the Whiplump, dealing with the Barnshi, the Oshiara, so. So Cernif being the first pickup. And yeah, so the players that have played so far that are knocked out on Ronin's side are Funky, it is Ricky Tan, and God of Despair. Those 3 have been knocked out by Sook. And on Dynasty's side, they have, who was it? It was Higuri, right? Higuri is... I forget, dang it. Alright. So Calibus, Kinu coming in. Calibus is pretty strong here. Alright, so Tortonite coming in. Cernif, Tortonite. Looking alright against these 2, definitely. Let's see here. Alright, so Whiplum being banned and Kinu being banned. So with this coming up, Mastion is coming in for Resurrect, and Sook is deciding on what it wants to do to deal with these Tems. Barnshi looks pretty good. Yeah, it definitely looks really good against this team. You can run Oshiara, Barnshi. Imagine picking Oshiara over Giles though. Alright, so Tuvan Giles. Now he's most likely going to pick a Barnshi over Oshiara here, just because it's going to cover more. Alright, so Guile's coming through. And Nidrasil coming through. So not picking up Naga, it makes sense. He has Tuvine, he has Calibus, he has Gialis, so all of those do really well against Naga here. Should definitely be a Barnsey pickup. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so game number 5 coming in. Calibus Akinu on the Sook side, and Cernif Tortnite on the Resurrect side. Really, dude? Snake, dude? That's a funny name. Alright, so Cernif and Tortnite coming in, and yeah, this looks like a pretty good turn for Resurrect. A good start, I'd say, against the starters against Sook. Calibus is going to do really, really well against Resurrect's team, so he's going to have to do something about that. He doesn't really have anything to deal with it either, so... Hydreigon was a better name, probably doomed to be alone. So he has to do something about killing this Calibus. He might use Doom Shenanigans, so who knows. Water Cutting Lily. Is he going to use it in the Tuvine slot? Ooh. Pretty good turn then. If a Crystal Spike hits Tuvine, that's really good. So Crystal Spike, Water Cutting Lily is going to do really well. Velocity? It's settling. Alright, so another Toxic Ink and Cernif goes down. He's going to have to use Doom from Tortnite to kill the Calibus. And he has Crystal Synergy with Giles too. Do you really care about Cernif though? Like, let's be absolutely honest. Like, Cernif isn't going to win this game, right? Calibus is just going to kill it, no matter what. So even if you switch out, it dies. So you might as well just Water Cutting Lily Spike again. Save some turns, get the Doom up to be able to kill the Calibus because there's no answer to it. Once you get the Doom in, you bring in Nidrasil. I mean, he can revitalize himself, but really at what cost? Yeah, so he is going to just let it die. Water Cutting Lily onto Tuvine again. Crystal Spike onto Tuvine, making sure it dies. So that's one win tem down. That is good for Tortnite for sure. Toxic Ink onto Cernif, bringing that death in. Alright, alright. If it was Velocity, it would have lived, guys. If it was Velocity, guys. We would have got the +1 defense, and the Calibus wouldn't have done enough. Alright, so now Barnsey can come in. I think Barnsey has to come in here. This is a Giles turn, and he uses Giles for Synergy Doom. Right? This is Giles Synergy Doom. But it only has Double Gash. Yeah. Barnsey? He brings in Gialis? What? Tortnite's gonna sweep, everybody. You understand that, right? Is Barnsey neutrality? Is that why he didn't bring in Barnsey? That has to be the only reason why he would bring in Barnsey here. He brought in Gialis so he can bring in Barnsey on Calibus slot to eat The Doom. That has to be the reason. That has to be the reason, right? There's no other reason why he would do that. If he has Doppelganger Giles, he double gashes Giles. What other moves does Tortnite have? Oh, the plays, dude! Yes, this is so good. If he switches in to Barnshee. Oh, he didn't! What? I'm so confused. Oh my goodness, dude. What? Strangle would have helped it too. What is going on? Oh! That was like the freest Doom ever. Yo, Moonspeed, thanks for the follow. I'm sorry about that. I missed it. Alright, I'm gonna look really quick at the moveset of Tortnite. I have to know. Spike, Tortnite Garden, Cage. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. This has to be a... Neutrality Barnshee. I don't know the moveset, Toxis. I'm literally just saying what I think they should use. That's all I'm saying. I don't know anybody's moveset. I don't know what they have. I'm just saying what they might have. He sees what he sees on stream? Yeah, exactly. Statikar, he's just a Ronin mascot. Stop, dude. I keep him around to play Among Us? Yeah, right. So with Mastion coming in and eating that hook kick, Barnshee can definitely kill this Mastion. Giles can die here though. Could bring in Tortnite for the left slot, but it's gonna eat a Tornado. Or is he gonna Tornado the Nidrasil? I think killing the Mastion here is better. Crystal Bite comes through onto the Mastion, thinking it's gonna switch, but that doesn't matter because Tornado should definitely kill here. Oof. Toxic Ink onto Barnshee. No, it's neutrality, bro. You can't poison it. Tortnite comes in, Crystal Spike the Barnshee. Because Tornado's down. Let me check. How much speed does Tortnite have? 52. It's not going to be able to outspeed the Barnshee. Actually, that's a tanky Barnshee. So, yeah. So Guile stabs, but it dies to hook kick. Actually, wait. It might not die to hook kick. Double damage. It dies to hook kick, actually, yeah. It dies to hook kick. So Tortnite's a better play, right? Yikes. Wait, sharp stabs onto the Giles kills, right? Oh yeah, it was strangled. That's right. So it does live hook kick, so it can sharp stab Barnshee. You want Barnshee dead though, because Tortnite carries the game. Tortnite carries the game. If he hits Giles, this is sick. Okay. Yeah, really good read. Hook kick comes through, it lives. Allergic spread. Double poison tick on a Guile. This is gonna kill it. Hook kick is down. Tortonite tanks Calibus. Ninja still tanks Calibus. What I think the play here is spores your own Gaialis, but switch in Tortonite for it. That's the play. No matter what happens here, you're gonna tank everything. Gaialis can be saved here. If it's a fast Gaialis, it can Crystal Bite before Kinu. Tortonite's gonna win the game. I don't think it's a fast Barnshee because of the speed or the HP it took from the last game. So that means without Tornado, it's not gonna kill. Yo, Bark Shield would not do anything, so no, that's bad. Should have gone into Giles though, expecting Barnshee swap. But then Barnshee comes in for free and can attack the next turn. Sharp Stab, 81. Killing itself, double screen Tortonite. Strangle onto Tortonite. And he rested. He doesn't have Spore? That's a free heal. Windburst is gonna do so much here. Wait, he has to sacrifice Giles. Yeah, he sacrifices Giles here for the Windburst damage. But then Tornado still hits him. It doesn't matter. Barnshee's gonna sweep again, guys. Yeah, Barnshee just sweeps here. Tornado goes before. Tornado goes before Barnshee. So if he spikes here, Tornado Beta Burst into Tortonite wins. Unless he uses Cage, but then he still can't kill. If he clicks Cage here, he gains defense, right? Does he live if he does that? Yeah, but it's not going to live Beta Burst Kinu. Unless Spike goes first, guys. But no, it can't. It's not. I mean, if he clicks Cage to get the defenses and I mean, he doesn't have Spores, otherwise he would have Spores, right? Tornado comes through. Revitalize, but Spike should still kill, right? What? It did nothing! Does Spike go before Windburst? Spike has to go first. And dude, where's the Spore, bro? Heal your fucking Tortonite. Heal it. Heal your Tortonite, dude. Heal your freaking Tortonite. Spike went before Beta. Or before, no, it didn't actually. Revitalize went first, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Spores your damn Tortonite. and Spike. It won't even wake him up. It doesn't matter. Toxic Ink kills Barnchy, at least. But then you can't kill Nidra, or you can't kill Calibus, I mean. What? Spores, you're fucking Tortonite. Spores, you're fucking Tortonite. Spores, you're Tortonite. Spores, you're Tartanite. Please. Just, I know it's not on your move pool, but just grab it. Right click your Tem and drag that shit in and put it into this game. Spores, hit your Tortonite and doom this Calibus. Please. Please. Please, one time. There's no way you don't have Spore. There's no way you don't have Spore. There's no way you don't have Spore. You haven't Bark Shielded. You haven't Narc hit. Yes! Now kill the Barnchy! Fucking rip Tortonite. Okay. This game was a little rough. It's okay though. It's okay though. I think the Barnchy's neutrality. Yeah, I agree. I think it's, yeah. Oh man, that's rough. Overexert again. Revitalize. We should check if it's neutrality again. Oh, it's overexertion. GG. Dang, dude. He had a chance to kill the Calibus earlier on by using it. And he didn't use it. He switched out the Tortonite. And Calibus strangled that turn too. Dang. Rip. Ripperonis and pepperonis. Ripperonis and pepperonis. Dynasty taking game number 5, making it 1-4. Alright, who is the last member? Who is the last member? GG. Yo, game number 6 coming on through. Zuxo is the ace player for Ronin, so it's up to Zuxo to deal with the rest of the members of Dynasty. He has shown really, really good matches in the past, so definitely a good chance that Zuxo has to be able to sweep the teams. So let's see. Alright, Suk getting Kinu banned, and let's see what Suk decides to ban on Zuxo's side. So, something to look around at is the 2-rock here. Grumper being banned because Grumper does really, really well on Suk's team, especially with the Naga in play. Alright, so... What? Oh my gosh, you guys in chat. So it's hard to start. You can start Saku here. He would probably start Calibus, maybe? What kills your Saku? Volar and Calibus start? Alright, starting off with the Cerneef then. It's still Volar and Calibus start, yeah. 2 rock. I mean, this is a pretty good start, dude. Banning out the Kinu. This is a pretty good start for Zuxo, I think. Whiplop? Or Oshiara. Oshiara is like the Yukama for Suk. But because you have Cerneef, you shouldn't ban either Oshiara or Whiplump. Alright, so Saku coming in. So the thing about Volarin and Calibus is 2-Vine kind of blocks all of it. It can tank both sides, so it's really, really strong for a 2-Vine, 2-Rock against this. Alright, so Giles comes in. Volphy, Giles with the Giles Whiplump, and then the last pick is Oshiara or Barnchi again. Both of them aren't great picks, but Barnchi is a counter to the Saku and the 2-Rock. Like, it walls it. It doesn't deal damage, it just walls it. Both aren't very good in this spot. Oshiara dies to Cerneef and Plague from Volphy, and Barnchi doesn't really deal damage to anything. But I think Barnshi's probably better. I don't know. Alright, he decides that the Oshiara is better in this situation. So we got game number 6, Zuxo versus Suk. Suk starting off with the Calibus Volarin. And we have Zuxo starting off with Cerneef 2-Rock. So something we haven't seen yet. And Zuxo is the ace player. If Zuxo loses this game, the series goes to Dynasty, so it's all up to Zuxo now. You predicted the 1-5? Oh my god, Tiki. Playing against your own teammates, dude. So he's using Oshiara to try to kill the 2-Rock. Alright. So that makes sense. The problem is Cerneef or Volphy is going to be with 2-Rock each time, so it's going to make it hard for it to kind of come into play and get the Aquatic Whirlwind off into 2-Rock. Giles comes on in. Feather Gatling coming through. Aerobic. And Feather Gatling 62%. Toxicate coming on into the Giles. Only 1 tick of poison. Which means if it happens again, it has to hyperkinetic in order to kill the Giles. So Pretty good plays here. I should have got a water. Dang. So there is a tornado on 2-Rock. If he happens to have that move on the moveset. But if Hyperconnect does come through, Saku eats that. And yeah, I think Toxic Plume is pretty strong here. He brings in Gaialis and Toxic Plumes. I actually really like that move from Suk. But it is going to be the Hyperconnect Strike on a Gaialis to try to get this kill. Brings it down to 3%, meaning Gaialis is going to be able to use whatever move he chooses, which is Crystal Bite, onto the Volarin. And the Feather Gatling should get the kill. So Volarin going down for a trade-in for Gaialis. This is actually completely okay. This is completely okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, so in this spot, Volphy and Cernif are going to be able to kill Whiplump Oshiara, while Gaialis only has double gash, right? So if he brings in Gaialis, he can Stone Ball, and he has Cernif to bring in, or Volphy, whatever one he chooses, which I think Volphy could be better here. He brings in Volphy, he Plagues and Stone Balls the Gaialis slot. Or he can bring in Cernif and Water Cutting Lily and Stone Ball the Gaialis slot. So he does bring in the Volphy, so it's only going to be able to eat the double gash if it's Gaialis, which it is. So this is looking really good. He already killed the Volarin, and he didn't get the -1 attack on 2-Rock, which means Stone Ball is going to do a ton of damage. And with the Plague happening, it's going to be able to dish out a little bit more damage to Gaialis as well. If he switches out, Plague is going to do a ton to Whiplump and Oshiara, and Stone Ball still does good damage. Zuxo's in a really good spot here. Alright, 66. Double Gash coming through on a Volphy. That's a pretty fast Volphy, I think. Toxic ain't coming through. Alright, so that is death on Gaialis. Now, he has Iron Coating on 2-Rock as well, so it does even more damage. So, okay. He can revitalize his Volphy here. Oshiara is here, so it only has Ice Shuriken. It only has Ice Shuriken. Now the question is, do you just let the Volphy die, which I think you do, and you Plague and Feather Gatling the Oshiara, and then you eat an Ice Shuriken? Or, no, you just bring in Saku. No, Saku's gonna eat it Toxicking. Yeah, you leave it in. Okay. That makes way more sense. I wonder if Tornado would kill here, but it's too much of an overexertion. Ice Shuriken on a 2-Rock. Water Jet, maybe? He has Noxious Bomb! What's funny is Saku Cernif sweeps here. Saku Cernif sweeps the shit out of this. Saku Cernif sweeps this. It would have been better if 2-Rock died. But now he can... yeah. Oh! The one shot is real! Oh my god, dude. Calvis overexerted. See, okay, Cold Breeze, it's a squishy Whiplunt because Cold Breeze is faster than Ice Shuriken on what's it called? Ice Shuriken on, Oshiara. So that's the reason why. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Oh my goodness. So it has so much speed that it can't live. Alright, so game's going to Zuxo, making it 2-4. 3 more games for Ronin. And yeah, Zuxo, the ace, winning the game. Alright, coming in a little bit late on this game. I had to grab water. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Zuxo versus Higuri. This is game number 7. And yeah, we have first ban Naga on Zuxo's side. And on Higuri's side, we have first ban being Wolfie. So Ray's coming in as the first pick. Picking in 2-Rock and Kinu, getting that 2-Rock buffed up. The Kinu makes a lot of sense. I think Monkey is okay here, but it is going to get Stoneballed and Beta Bursted, so he might be okay with that, though. Hyper Goat? What, you guys want me to put that emote in? Alright, Monkey is going to be picked due to the uppercut. Alright. Yeah, Higuri won 1 game, Suk won 3 games. These are the only players besides, I can't think of the name, I'm sorry. The first player to get knocked out was, let me check. Vinny was the first game, and Higuri won 1 game, Suk won 3 games. So if he bans out your cash, it takes away from the AoE. But he doesn't know if Wolfie can get banned or not. Because if he bans out it's Drakash from Mastion, I think. Oh, no, I'm completely wrong. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so Skunch would have been actually really strong the more and more I think about this. It literally actually can't die. Like, Skunch can't die. So yeah, that's actually really good that he banned out that Skunch. I didn't really see it until yeah, he banned out the Skunch. I actually thought about it, and yeah, it actually completely destroys Zuxo's team. So definitely a good ban there. Even though he has Kinu, it's hard to say if Kinu can actually get a situation where it can beta burst the Skunch. Skunch can just avoid Kinu, and then he can use Gaialis, Raise, Masdown, or Drakash to be able to kill the Kinu, and then bring in Skunch later and just sweep, you know? And in this spot, Kinu wants to deal damage to Monkey. It doesn't want to deal damage to Skunch. So it's going to take a lot of damage in the early game. But it's going to be Drakash and Mastion. Cernief coming in, which means it is going to be... I think this is Saku. I mean, they're both pretty good, actually. It's really good. Yo, Tico TFT, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. I do play TFT as well. I love you. Alright, Saku is the pick. So, game number 7. Zuxo is the ace player. Higuri bringing in the Raise-sized Munch. Dropping the speed with Raise. And Zuxo bringing in Kinu 2-Rock. protector buff coming in. So, Turak is going to do really well in this game. If it gets enough buffs, literally it can just click Stonewall and win the game. Or Stoneball. So, Kinu has to keep Turak alive along with Sernif. Kinu and Sernif are going to be the revitalizes for the Turak. So, hopefully that goes really well for him. Sernif also does decent against the Size Munch, but there are triple fire. Due to this triple fire, Saku and Sernif and Gaialis are going to be rough. He's going to have to keep this Turak alive, and he's going to have to kill the Size Munch. Once Size Munch is dead, and Gaialis has some damage done to him, Turak can pretty much sweep the game. All he has to do is revitalize this Turak as many times as possible, and he'll be set. What's most likely happening, Raze might switch out because he needs Gaialis to do Size Munch Wreck with this heat up coming in. I think that might be the play. Uppercut on the Turak, no heat up. So doing 70, bringing it down to 73. Ember's coming in, getting the ticks, and that tick is going to be able to do way less damage. So that is really, really good for Higuri here. Stoneball coming in onto Raze. It does under 50. But the snare comes in, so Iron Coating is gone. Stoneball will not kill Raze next turn. And Size Munch Wreck is free here. But Size Munch Wreck does half damage to Turak, so I don't know if that's a good play. This is a Revitalize coming in though, guys. I don't think he cares about the Size Munch Wreck. It's not going to do anything. Maybe he thought Gaialis was coming in for the Size Munch Wreck next turn, and that's why he wanted to Stoneball the Raze. Yeah, this is definitely a Revitalize play. He has to be weary though. Embers has to go into Kinu, so Fire Tornado kills next turn. I'm pretty positive here. He wants to Beta Burst the Size Munch, but I think Wreck is definitely worse than Uppercut. I absolutely agree. He needs to Revitalize, but he wants to Beta Burst this turn. I think he can switch out the Turak here. Because he can't kill Raze. I think he brings in Saku. The uppercut coming on in. Embers going on to Turak. Alright, so this should be a Revitalize. This has to be Revitalized. There we go. So, Zuxo definitely knows what he has to do in order to win this game. Stoneball coming in, it's going to live with 1 HP. Because the Iron Coating is gone. Alright, so now that Turak has no more stamina, he can actually switch in Saku, because Fire Tornado might hit Kinu here. I don't think it's going to hit Saku. You can Beta Burst the Size Munch. You're not switching out Kinu. Even though you need buffs on Turak, you need Revitalizes more. So if you bring in Cerny for Saku, Saku should not eat the Fire Tornado. He wants Kinu to eat it. So if Raze Fire Tornado's Kinu here, that's really, really strong. He has to think about what he wants to eat this Fire Tornado. I truly believe Saku... Fire Tornado should hit Kinu, right? He has to take away this Kinu due to Revitalize, so you want Kinu to eat it. If I remember correctly, Raise goes before Kinu due to the -1 speed. Raise does get switched out for Dragash here, though. He switches out 2-Rock into Saku. Really, really nice. He can actually use Lifeful Sap here. Uppercut onto that stupid face of Saku, bringing it down to 21. Stonewall onto Saku. Yo, that's so good. Alright, so most likely this is a Hellfire play. He's going to switch back in Raise or Mastion. And, yeah, this is pretty good. This is a Hellfire play if I've ever seen one. Hellfire... Huh. It's gonna burn Kinu. This has to be Hellfire, right? So he can Lifeful Sap Saku. See... Actually, just leaving Kinu. He can leave in Kinu and just revitalize the 2-Rock. Yeah, why not? Kinu can't die this turn. If it eats the Hellfire, then it's fine. It's no big deal. Saku switches last too, which means Saku gets the minus speed debuff, not 2-Rock. I mean, I don't think that really matters much, but Hellfire coming through, so no synergy, which is actually really good. Revitalize on a Saku. Wow. Is this a tornado on a size? Lifeful Sap. I think Beta might have been better there. I don't know. Let's just see how Zuxo plays out this game, because, like, I think he has a different win condition of what we think, right? Because me personally, I think do whatever possible to keep 2-Rock alive and kill everything. But Saku being this tanky is still fine, right? Because nothing is going to be able to one-shot it. He's going to Fire Tornado if he does, but the heat up the Size Munch is going to be able to kill the 2-Rock. So, he has to eat the Fire Tornado onto who? It's got to be Gaialis. It can't be 2-Rock. 2-Rock wins the game, right? So we can't let Fire Tornado come in here because he's going to Uppercut and Fire Tornado the Saku slot. Yeah, Fire Tornado Uppercut is going to kill anything here, which is kind of a problem. I understand healing there, but I don't think Saku is a way to win. Me personally, I think Tornado Beta Burst into Size Munch would have been better. Oh! What? Yo, Saku might live. Saku might live. Oh, this is so good. Yo, Kinu dying here isn't that bad. Fire Tornado is down now. Fire Tornado is down. Hellfire is up. Cernif Water Cutting Lily hits Size Munch before he uses Wreck. Actually, no. Yeah. Cernif is okay here. He can't eat an uppercut. He hits an uppercut, he loses. I think he wants... Saku can't kill Size Munch, though. I don't know. Saku? 2-Rock's kind of weird here. I guess he wants... I don't know. He has to be baiting here. He has to bait here. He's trying to bait the Drakash to switch. He's going to bring in Cernif this turn. He's going to gather holds and revitalize next turn. That's like the only reason why you'd bring in 2-Rock, right? Munch doesn't die this turn. Yeah, see? Exactly. So he's getting the Drakash to switch out. He's gonna bait the Size Munch wreck, maybe? Oh my god! He literally just Hellfires. And then Mastion just sweeps the game, right? Saku can't deal with all this. He's trying to make Saku sweep, right? I think he has to think Saku's just gonna sweep, but I don't think it can. It's just gonna eat so much damage, and with Raze bringing in a -1, Mastion's gonna go first. Raze can still eat an attack and then bring in a Temp for free. Yeah, this is Hellfire all day, bro. Oh, that is rough. Double gash. That's with 30% less damage. -1 speed on Gaialis, which means Gaialis is gonna go after a Drakash. Yeah, I thought the only way he brings in Tukai there, or Turok, was so he can bait in a Sernif switch to revitalize next turn. I thought that was the only way. But he decided to leave it in, knocking out the Turok, which is just huge. Turok was the way to win the game. He could have got buffs with it. He could have got Sernif to Bush to get +2 special defense to be able to have a Turok Sernif sweep for the rest of the game. Tornado coming in. Mud Shower onto Gaialis. Drakash dies actually, guys. Wait. Drakash dying here is really bad. Oh, he did a Tornado! Wait, he already Tornadoed. I'm dumb. Water Cutting Lily, but he has Hellfire. Colossity Sernif. Monka, Yeah, this is Embers coming in. Water Cutting Lily comes in, but Hellfire goes first and it kills itself. So you want to attack Mastion here. Well, I guess you attack Drakash just in case, but... yeah, Hellfire goes first. It's gonna kill itself. Oof. Water Cutting Lily. And then it dies to Ember, right? That's rough. That is really rough. Yeah, I think... I personally thought he was in a good spot. I think he's just Bark Shielding to troll, but... GG. Dynasty takes the series. 5-2. 5-2. GG's.